Hey everybody, welcome to Highly Unlikely with Josh and Jenaye. The holidays are right around the corner.
That's right.
It's getting to be that time of Thanksgiving and Christmas.
My favorite. And what? Your birthday.
Yep. I'm trying to make a really big deal about my birthday this year.
Is.
I have to keep reminding.
He turns 40. Who doesn't make a big deal out of turning 40? But he's a New Year's baby, so it's just how special.
I just don't want it to get forgotten.
You have a sibling that just has a birthday on a holiday, and I was messaging them.
Have birthdays on holidays.
You have a lot of holiday birthdays in your family. I don't know how your mom managed that, but
yeah, we are Veterans Day, New Year's Day, April Fool's Day, and 4 days after Christmas.
Isn't that bananas?
That is bananas.
That's so crazy. And I was messaging her, and I was having this revelation. I'm like, are you like your brother, and you always get your birthday off? Like I don't think ever had to work on your birthday.
Right.
And I always tell you how privileged you are.
And she loves
a good party.
The parties for her birthdays.
She does love a good party.
Yeah.
She had a party with wigs. Did you know this?
She told me about it yesterday.
Sorry, we're going to have to tell her we talked about her.
I think she invited me, and I was like, I told everybody, on the last podcast that I was going to be on Dancing with the Stars. I can't tell them I wore a wig on this one. It's just going to go. You
with the mullet wig, that would be funny.
Lose all credibility.
Oh, man. But yeah, we're talking highly unlikely holidays today. And we are passionate about the holidays and families stewarding them well because they've just kind of gotten out of hand in America.
There's a lot of expectations.
Yeah, there's just a lot.
And commercialism.
And we've participated in the lot, and we
also love the holidays.
We also what?
We love the holidays.
We
love
do.
Celebrating them.
Oh, I want to keep loving it. And so we just want to talk through, how do you go through the holiday season, as a believer? It's the first and foremost thing. But what we would say in a highly unlikely way. The highly unlikely choice, the highly unlikely methods. But
let me ask a question from the box before.
Let's do it. Break the ice.
Let me ask a different question before I ask the question from the box.
Okay, great.
Which is, what's a non-negotiable holiday tradition for you? Either Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Are you thinking your upbringing tradition or like our own family right now?
Either way.
Well, just what we did this last weekend, which is like the Christmas setup weekend, which is we listen to Christmas music and it's set up the tree and it's this whole thing. We are totally the family where it looks so eclectic. It's not pretty, but it is filled with memories. Like our tree and our stockings, our kids literally just get giddy to like pull out. They each pick an ornament every year. So we write their name in the year. And so it was just so fun this year because they just giggle. Like someone's like, why did you pick that? And I'm like, well, he was 3. That's why he picked it, So it was fun. That's probably my most cherished tradition that we have. And then they all picked their ornaments this year. And
yeah, this is the power of nostalgia. I was setting up for Christmas and all I could think about was chocolate chip cookie dough.
Yes, that's
because
true.
I'm pretty sure we'd make chocolate chip cookies. So then me and Berkeley made chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, Josh made chocolate chip cookies. If Josh does anything in the kitchen, it's primarily baking unhealthy things.
It's true.
And he's very good at it. And I am grateful when he does it. You get a hankering. Like if he gets a hankering, he'll look up the recipe.
I made some noodles and red sauce.
You do that very well too. And you make ramen. Yeah. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
you make a good steak as well.
Homemade ramen. What is my non-negotiable Thanksgiving tradition?
Pumpkin pie. Don't you dare not have pumpkin pie if Josh is going.
I will bring my own.
Which my side of the family is not super pumpkin pie. He's like, I literally think I'm going to bring my own pumpkin pie this year.
Every Thanksgiving I'm bringing my own pumpkin pie. I'm like, no offense.
But to him, it's like Costco pumpkin pie.
You
it doesn't
eat pie
have to
on
be
Thanksgiving.
homemade.
Can I survey the room who eats pie on Thanksgiving?
I mean, so there was once a family gathering in mine where all they had, I think it was like a chocolate mousse or something. Josh was like, wait.
To be fair, that's their tradition. And
that's their tradition.
Cool.
But to Josh, it was shocking that there was no pumpkin pie. And I was like, I've never thought about that. To me, dessert's dessert.
They might be listening. And
that's fine.
Yeah. I just might show up with a Costco pumpkin pie.
I said, if you're the only one that eats it, he won't care. He'll take it all.
I'll even take apple or cherry.
Yeah, to you, it's probably just pie.
It's just pie.
But that's very much like your mom. She makes homemade really good pies.
Yeah, a few different pies.
I've never made a homemade pie in my life.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They're like $7 at Costco.
It's true.
I'll settle.
It's true.
Okay, here's the actual question from the box.
All right.
Where would you like to live someday?
North Dakota, baby.
Okay. Let's just say it wasn't. Good answer.
We keep talking
very
about
politically correct for this podcast.
No, we keep talking about like, no, we're here, we're planted. We're not going to dream
It's
about
true.
warmer places. Well, we have a dream of.
Let's say the church is done with us. They don't want us anymore. We got to go do something different.
I know. I've thought of other places. I've not been to enough places, but everywhere I think of, I'm like, oh, there's alligators there. Oh, they have rattlesnakes. Oh, they have hurricanes. But I'm not going to think about that.
Maybe if it's not the place, what would be like 3 descriptors of the place? Like 3 check boxes it would need to.
Warm.
But still seasons?
I can't. I've never lived somewhere without snow in winter, and I can't imagine not, but I don't know if I would need to live somewhere like that. I don't like questions like these. You are so much more a guy that loves questions like these, so why don't you share your answer?
I would International Airport, Whole Foods, beach,
that's what Josh,
and 4 seasons.
I was going to say, I'll live wherever the Lord calls me to live.
So I think that narrows it down to like Tennessee.
We were in Tennessee once and we were like, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
But we went there once and your allergies were awful.
Tennessee's not really proximity to the beach, but you could
get there.
Drive.
Closer than here. That's for sure.
Yeah, closer than here. I think we're like literally
the
furthest from any ocean.
Any ocean, yes.
Yeah,
it's very true.
Just smack in the middle.
It's very true.
It's fine.
Oh, man.
It makes it special when you do get to go.
Yeah. You want to know what's interesting about the holidays this year that I noticed? And maybe you've noticed this? Do you know what I'm going to say?
That they're... Nope, I have no idea.
The promotion for the Christmas.
Well, there was one big change.
What was the big change?
Black Friday sales started on like November 1st.
No, I mean, it is earlier than I've ever seen, ever. I mean,
It's basically Halloween's over. Boom.
It wasn't even Halloween yet. I hadn't even thought about costumes. And there was flyers in our mail with like holiday themed toy stuff.
Yeah.
So even coming into this conversation today, I was like, I feel like that's my filter more of like the culture war for our attention around what should be the focus is on Christ, like the war for your attention and your affection and your time and around this season is probably greater than it's ever been.
Yeah.
In regards to consumerism and what?
There's a table.
Sorry, I say what because he looks at me in a certain way, and I'm like, "What do you want? What do you think?"
And I know I'm out of order on the notes already, but
no, that's fine.
We have this table we want to buy, or that like we maybe would buy.
Oh, I'm going to get there. Yeah.
We've been watching it, and it's basically here it is. It's on sale in perpetuity. That's the word of my week. Perpetuity. But it's like on sale all the time. And so we literally have a document that we track things that we want that are on sale to find out how on sale are they.
And I started it, I don't know, a couple years ago or a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And so it's like this table and it's like 35 Black Friday, 35% off. And I go and I look and I see, it actually is cheaper in June. You're duping us. You're all being duped. You're all being duped. Like it's not actually.
It was the same with the grill I wanted last year where it was like Black Friday sale. And it's like, oh no, you just raised the price.
What it says you're going to list it as.
And then you slashed that and you made it what you had listed for literally a month ago. Like it's so manipulative.
I think, I don't know, just to me, the consumerism, it seems incredibly high this year. Mm-hmm. Or like what you need or what's in your face of like, you need this and you need that. And this is the only time you can get this now. And so we want to be voices that are trying to sow the opposite. And you guys, every fiber of my being is to give in to all that. I love buying things. I love gift giving. I will get someone a gift that they'll probably never use just because it's fun to get it for them. Mm-hmm. And maybe silly. I've had to stop myself from buying you ridiculous things. And I'm like, this is so funny. Or like, this would be so cute. Or
I almost bought you a sweatshirt with Charlie's face stenciled on it. And then I thought, I think that's only a good idea right now. Sometimes I just have to leave it in the cart. And then I look back 3 days later and I think, yeah, that's a waste of money.
Right. Or you try to attach buying things to an experience or a feeling. And they actually get you that way. I mean, the Starbucks cups say that first sip feeling. They're playing with your emotions. Be like, yes, you know me.
So the theme of it is have a November How did you write it down?
Oh, let January you like November you.
Yeah.
Like I want to look at myself in my bank account and our home and the state of our relationship in January and be like, good job, November, Jenaye. Good job prioritizing your schedule. Good job stewarding your finances. Good job making the non-consumer, consumerist American choice.
Right.
And actually getting through, like we've just lost Christ in Christmas, I think. So often. The temptation is too. But I'm just feeling way more of a conviction about it. We're even doing things differently this year compared to past years. Have felt convicted by the Lord to do so. But we're going to talk practical.
Yeah. So how do we go through the holiday seasons? How do we go through Christmas and Thanksgiving with intentionality rather than just passively or having the holidays happen to us, you know?
Right. We're recording this early-ish November, but I think it's coming out more around Thanksgiving. I might be wrong in that, but so you might be right bumping up to you know, you're like, well, I can't change anything about Thanksgiving or whatever. I try to be so intentional around the holidays for the sake of our family. I have a holiday tracker that goes back to 2018 that says where we went for each holiday and who we spent it with, like when we, like what we did, because you forget year to year. Mm-hmm. And then I strongly encourage, and maybe to you, holidays are so simple and it's like, it's not complex. For our family, it's a bit more complex. We have a blended family on my side. You know, you have siblings that live in other states, you know, things like that, where there has to be intention behind it. But for some, I think of friends who have family in town, they're like, we literally stay in town. And for them, it's more, oh, we've done this for 20 years. Do I get the chance to voice to say, hey, maybe my family might do something different? I mean, So you got to prayerfully consider anything in your context.
We're not like legalistic about the schedule because sometimes you honestly just work around the lowest common denominator. Like if my little brother and his wife only are able to come back once or twice a year,
and they live far away.
Yeah, that's going to be weighted differently than, well, here's our schedule and here's what we do. And, you know.
Well, I mean, you have to.
Because you can get so rigid in the holiday season that you actually just miss people, you know, or like there's that flip side of it too, you know.
Well, I would say that should be a principle for believers, is like you're prayerfully considering, you prayerfully consider what you're doing, how you're spending your time. Your time is also your stewardship, not just your money.
Right.
So we whether it's together, sometimes it's just me, I sit down after the holidays and I do what I would call a retro or 4 helpfuls. I write down what was right, what was wrong, what was missing, and what was confused. And Jenaye right now is so grateful that last year Jenaye did that.
Okay, so time out. Because that might be like, okay, wow, why would you guys go through all that effort? So why do you do that, Jenaye? I can answer my own question. But
tell me why I do it.
Because we lived through several Decembers that were just kind of miserable. Where it was like we were either trying to do too much or we were trying to meet all the expectations of the season or all the expectations of people. We felt overextended. We spent too much money. And so it was finally like, oh, how do we actually... And then you put just even like our church life in that mix. And we're like, how do we actually build... When something keeps giving you a result that isn't what you want, it means you have a broken system. And so then eventually you go back and you go, how do I actually fix the system so that I get a different result? And I think that's why you sit down now and you go, how did the system work this year? You know, did we love people well? Did we prioritize the right things? Did our kids have a sense of stability and memories? And so you're building a system to make your life work better.
Yeah. I just don't want to like let the holidays be like the waves that I get caught in. I'm going to go in with a plan, intention. We also have 3 birthdays between December 21st and January 9th. 3 birthdays. So I'm like, in the midst of Christmas, I have 3 birthdays to celebrate and plan for. 2 are our kids. 1 is Josh. So I think our child is like 4 days before Christmas. And if I don't plan now, that we are definitely forgetting that child's birthday. It's going to be like, whoops, what do you want to do? Let's go to Pizza Ranch. But even just like, I want to give just an example of like, this was from Christmas 2020. It's like right here, Christmas 2023, lessons learned. The kids should, like, you should set aside time for the kids to buy one another's stocking items. Like, that was the year where it was like, this is no longer about what you're getting. You are going to go, and I think we need to train our kids. Like, it's, for me, it grosses me out when my kids are like, what I want. And I'm like, every time that comes up, I'm very intentional to say, what do you think would be such a blessing to X, this person, or a sibling, or your dad, or, you know, or a grandma or grandpa? And very intentionally verbally engaging, and even like, yeah, the mailers that come, they love to circle all the things and then I throw them or whatever.
Yeah, which obviously caveat to that is our kids know they don't get their gifts from Santa. So we are intentional about them participating in being gift givers to other people in the family. Yeah, and not even judging what other people do. I'm just saying that was the construct that we built around.
No, I do think a highly unlikely Christmas is, I think as believers, we should really count the cost. How far am I going to go to get my child to believe in something that's not real when we do follow Jesus, who is real? And it's very intangible as of right now to our kids who've not had, they've had encounter, but I don't know. Like, I see now our 10-year-old, like, he can discern the presence of God. I mean, he seeks the presence of God now, but at a young age. Yeah,
Did I tell you he leaned over to me in church? I just think I forgot to tell you this. And he goes, Dad, how old do I have to be on the prayer team? Like, he's just very anxious to like participate, which trust me, our kids aren't perfect, but those are the little wins that you celebrate as a parent where you're like, okay, thank God, at least they're getting like that part, you know?
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. But so yeah, for our kids early on, very open that is not a real person, but open about what it's based upon, and St. Nicholas and that story. And so our kids know that. And I say to our kids, you can 1,000% get excited about Santa. If you want to go take a picture of him, sure. If you want, last year, what did one of our kids say? Can you write from Santa on one of the presents? I know you're Santa. I know it's from you, but can you? And I was like, sure. But you know, it's like more about this, like, I don't know, just fun for them. So for us, we've really tried to be really intentional this year. Just really tried to be intentional of getting our children even out of the mindset of me, what I want, I. And just thinking about what would bless someone else. Because take a kid down a toy aisle and try get them to pick out a toy for a sibling or a friend, and challenge them to be like, no, what do they like? What brings them joy? No, you pick that because you like that. That's not generosity. That's not seeing someone else. So I'm just super passionate about that. I have like Christmas Eve, I did too much for food. Like, let other people bring what they want. Like, we should do something simple like a taco or like, I mean, these are my notes. Like, Jenaye, you did too much. You overextended. You like took away from this because you were so busy in the kitchen. You know, you didn't get conversation. So yeah, don't do a Christmas card. Do a New Year's card, which didn't listen to that own advice. I just ordered a Christmas card the other day, but I have gotten better. They're pre-addressed. I was sending out Christmas cards in January because I needed to get everyone's addresses. But yeah, I think doesn't have to be about the system. That's just the system we use. So we're wasting too much time. We have too many things to get to.
It's not a waste. It's good, but we do have a lot to get to.
Finances, just a couple things. We're going to cover 3 categories: finances, time, and what's your focus? Like specifically around Christmas, and how do you make it about Christ? But finances, you need to set a budget now. Like, too many people, you do not set boundaries.
Well, you need to set a budget. Period. And then you need to set a budget now. Period.
Yeah. And even with that, and this is what we mean when we say, let January you think November you, for putting boundaries. So you're not living in, oh my gosh, like now I have to pay the credit card statement, or now I have to, and now there's stress, or it's at your spouse's throat.
Yeah.
Unsubscribe from emails, texts, get off social media if you're going to fall for the holiday promo crap. I just said that to Josh. I said, I have to get off Instagram. I bought a really silly thing for one of our children, and I'm returning it, where I was like, yeah, you make this look so good. they love tennis, and this was like a tennis thing. But I just have been like, Lord, convict me where it's just so unnecessary. And he's being so faithful to do that. But some of it is like you have to prevent what's in front of your eyes.
Yep.
Because it's pulling you in. Yeah, most quote unquote deals are trickery, and it was probably on better sale in June. We're finding that out with how we've tracked things.
So Jenaye has a gift closet too, where she just kind of you'll buy stuff and put it away at times too. I don't know if you've done a ton of that this year, but I know in the past.
Yeah, in the past. Yeah, or if there's certain like incredibly on sale things that are really high quality at specific points throughout the year.
And it takes the stress off of, the 4 weeks before Christmas and trying to get everything.
Yeah. For sure for white elephant gifts. Those things stress me out if I have to go buy one of those. But don't negate the value of like a low cost gift give. I think more and more gifts aren't about like the price tag, but the intentionality and thought behind it. Like if you know someone's favorite Chick-fil-A order.
Yeah.
Like on a busy day at work, probably getting that for them and bringing it to them feels far more loving than I bought you this extravagant gift.
I remember somebody that was
all this money on you.
Like on Staff at Eventual a while ago, and they would always give everybody the mason jar that had like all the ingredients for something in it with a ribbon and a really nice note. And it's like, oh, that's a fun thing to make on Christmas morning. It's not super expensive, but it took a little effort, and that goes a long ways.
Yeah. Or the intentionality, like another tradition that we usually do and have done. Some years it's homemade goods and some years it's Costco, but I make platters. We walk them to our neighbors and hand deliver our Christmas card with some Christmas goodies. And and that's, I could go and get them a gift card and, get them some Christmas something, but usually that has been far more meaningful. And it's incredibly cost-effective.
And the kids love it. They love running up and ringing the doorbell. It puts them in a generous spirit.
Yep. Secondhand gifts are still gifts. Like, even I know there's a couple things. We always also challenge our kids for us, it's holidays and birthdays. Like, our kids are inundated with gifts in the next 2 months. It's kind of insane. And so I tell them, like, hey, you don't have room. Like we need to be generous. We need to donate some things. And so I've even, we have this like cute little supermarket and kitchen thing. And I've thought of some families where I'm like, hey, I can clean this up real nice. And if you want to have it as a gift for one of your kids, let me save you from doing that. And so we also try to challenge our kids of, hey, you're going to get blessed. Like how can we, from even nice things that you have that we probably don't need anymore.
Right.
Like let's not idolize our
What about, so for families that are shopping on a budget and they're trying to make it special for their kids, what are some ideas for just like gifts or even traditions? I know there's the one, I think eKids is even kind of focusing on this year, which is...
Oh, we do the rhyme thing, like something to wear, or something they want, something they need. So like need is usually like underwear, socks, shoes, and the next size up. Oh, that's one of the, I knew it. I knew what you were going to think of.
Story.
The one story. One of our children, they got what they needed.
Trying so hard to be grateful.
Which was a pair of black boots, because I only buy black bog boots when they're on sale. And they always get them in the next size up. Because if you buy them in black, every kid can wear them. Mm-hmm. And that's what she got. Exact same boots that she had before, but in the next size up. And she definitely did not hide her disappointment. And there was a nice, long, thorough explanation about being grateful and how we respond to gifts that were given. And then the next thing she opened, which I think that year she got two things she needed, which then it was a pair of shoes, which also she wasn't excited about, but they're purple. And it was the most manufactured yet obedient thing I've ever seen. And it was like, thank you.
Oh, great shoes. Thanks. We're like, good job. You're welcome.
We were holding it back, holding back the laughter. And we were very proud of her. Good job. So something they want, something they need, something to wear, and something to read. That's, we've done holidays where that's what they get. And then stockings, and keep it simple.
Yeah. Sometimes we're sitting here and Robin is sitting in the room and I'm always like, we should have bonus material from Robin. She's like, here's another idea, or here's what we
That's
did.
so true.
She's
we are going to have
this.
episodes with Robin on it.
Yeah.
We need to. Oh yeah. I also think just be careful. The marketing that you're buying into that is like one time only sale, once in a lifetime this. When Josh and I got into ministry, I didn't realize for lead pastors how often you get like correspondence that's like, this is a once in a lifetime trip to this country because we're doing this. And I started saying, Josh, you've been told a lot that things are once in a lifetime. I'm starting to not believe it, right? So I think too, when it comes to Christmas, you just guard your mind, guard your heart.
Okay, let's talk about time.
Time. You steward your finances around the holidays. You steward your time.
Yep.
We have just seen families. And when I say families, I mean your nuclear family. So for me, that's Josh and I and our kids. Be just frayed come December 28th.
Need a vacation from
and
their vacation.
A lack of peace in the home, a lack of peace in their marriage. Maybe they're like more stressed because their house is more cluttered. And it's more than likely because they did not steward their time well, or they gave time to everyone else except each other. And we are just big advocates and voices of the planning of your time. I actually think time is the most precious thing because you spend it second by second. You can't save it. You can't store it up. And so, but we have to be thoughtful about that. Like we're right now, it's November 12th today. We are in conversations of the next 6 weeks. 6 weeks. What's on the calendar? Because there is Christmas parties. We have a board dinner. Josh has these men's groups that he does, and around the holidays, we get the spouses together and all. There's 2 of those, And so even like there's certain things that I do. I do like a women's favorite party with like the staff women, or just like gathering over a lunchtime. And it's just like all these things add up. And I think a lot of employers do that. I think even we were talking like, should we move some of these like, I'm using air quotes, like parties to January because it is so like everyone fits it in the first 3 weeks of December. But we're looking at that and then we're saying, where's our Sabbath still in this? Where's our rest? And where's our family time? And then there's just the part of the plain holidays and seeing your family. And again, we track that year to year because so often we say there's anecdotal evidence, which is how people feel. So somebody say, I haven't seen you in this long, or you haven't spent this day with me in this long, or you haven't seen our side of the family on this holiday in this amount of whatever. And it's just easy. It's hard for me to remember that. So it's easy for me to look back and say, yeah, this was the year we did this. And
I would say priority wise, like our kids they're going to be with their church family over Christmas. Like on Christmas Eve, we prioritize Christmas morning. Like we guard Christmas morning, I would say, for what we want our kids to experience in our home.
Yep.
Like we protect that. And then we're trying to negotiate around, our kids have 6 grandparents, which, man, we thank God for, what a gift. And trying to negotiate around them and when families traveling home and cousins. And
you're saying a total of 6, not 6 couples.
They have 6 grandparents total, yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
just for clarity.
So there's all these different priorities you can get into, and you're trying to figure out, okay, but what am I going to structure the time around for the sake of our kids? And I know we're going to talk a little bit about like the heart of it, but if you just think through a basic American Christmas day, you can get up, open the presents, like make the lunch or the breakfast, have everybody run and play with all the gifts, jump in the car, travel to see family, watch a couple football games, come back home, try to get the kids to sleep after they've had a bunch of sugar, go to bed and say Merry Christmas. And I'm like, and there was no...
Where's Jesus?
Where's Jesus in the middle of that? And that would be a very typical, like, well-celebrated Christmas in our culture.
I was going to say, according to, yeah.
And so I'm like, not even to make anybody feel guilty, but just to stop and go, when do you insert the story of Jesus? When do you insert...
Well, when do you make it about what we're really celebrating?
Where your kids taught generosity, so you have to be intentional about being a little bit countercultural.
Yeah, there's no way it's going to just happen. Yeah. So our kids, I think of, and we are by no means saying the way we do things is the right way. We try to give.
We're just saying, think about it.
Faith with handlebars. And we trust Holy Spirit. For those of you that are in Christ, have accepted him as your Lord and Savior, you have Holy Spirit living inside you and he is leading and guiding you. We have to open our hands and our minds and our ears and eyes and say, Holy Spirit, lead and guide me. Mm-hmm. And he's very faithful to prompt you. I know for our family this year is new. Like we, on Christmas Eve, I don't know, we usually do 1 million services. I'm just kidding. Maybe 7, 6. I don't know how many. And then we usually host on Christmas Eve. And now, your one sibling that we usually try to plan around, who's from out of state, now also works at a church and has to be there on Christmas Eve. So it's like our first Christmas Eve as a family at our house. And the other day he's like, what are we going to do? Yeah. It's like, I don't know. So it's new for us too. And we've adjusted plans, like we said, just around family. So I think honoring your family in the best way that you can.
Which another thing that, I don't even know if we'll have time to talk about, but is just always saying, who can I include in my holiday who maybe isn't included, and I think we'll get into that in a second, but.
Yeah. So, time, look at all your commitments and count the cost for you and your family, because it comes at a cost. Travel comes at a cost. Mm-hmm. Late night comes at a cost. Just things like that.
And the greatest cost, I think we've said a lot of this, but the greatest cost that, all these things can cost you your peace, or cost peace in your home or peace in your relationship with your kids. And that's actually, that's a loss, not a gain.
And for us, we've had those years where we're driving home, we fit in, air quotes, everyone, and we're driving home and we're like snippy at each other. And I remember there was one, I don't know what year of holidays, we were driving home and I think the roads were icy.
It was bad. Yeah, I remember that.
Bad road conditions. And there's certain things we've done where we look back and we think, we probably wouldn't do that again.
Or why did we do this?
Why did we do that? And that's why I think writing things down, because you will forget in a year. Mm-hmm. You will forget. But we looked at each other, and I don't remember if it was you who said it or me, but I thought it was me that said, this isn't us. Mm-hmm. Because it was like we were snippy, we were short, we were crabby, and I just said, this isn't us. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, that was the cost, that we made those choices. And I think there's certain seasons with your kids where they're a bit unaware of that. Our kids are old enough now, it's like they're aware. They are aware if we're at each other. They're aware if there's a lack of peace or patience, understanding, and grace. So, how to make Christmas about Christ and not consumerism. Because you kind of said that typical day was kind of about consumerism. And consumerism is like, what can I get? What can I do? And so, like, for our kids, I might have to get up and you might wrap up the episode.
That's fine.
We record episodes very close to school pickup. And
it's just how it goes.
Yeah, I pick up our kids.
Let's just wrap it up.
Yeah.
I mean, we're almost there.
Yeah.
Let's just give
I'm
some
just
thoughts
giving you a
on
warning
this.
in case that happens.
Yeah.
So, but I just think of like a Christmas morning for us. I think it's such a beautiful thing of self-control. Like our kids see their stockings. I usually, whatever the presents are there or whatever is there. And they come down and we're like, no, that's not what we're doing. Like it is right there. It's like you're dangling we're not trying to dangle any carrot, but we do not go straight for that. We are going to share breakfast together as a family. Mm-hmm. And we're going to intentionally slow down in the morning and we are going to sit. And usually we read through Luke 2, pretty sure it is. Mm-hmm. Last year was the first year where, our eldest read the portion. It wasn't dad reading to us. It was him as well. And that was just like so beautiful. And then we pray and we
make monkey bread.
We make one time a year, you guys. What's that called? I have a bundt pan for one time a year. How funny is that? But we talk about the greatest gift, Jesus coming to earth, the baby in the manger, and why that is the greatest gift. And so that's what we've tried to instill in our kids is like, we don't give gifts because we need things. I wanted to remind my kids that the greatest gift we've ever been given is Jesus. And that's the only gift that I legit need. Mm-hmm. All these other things are wants. Like, really. Mm-hmm. So I'm very passionate about it because I think we just get lost in it.
Yeah, and I think there's real practical ways to kind of flip that perspective from consumerism. So even, if a kid is looking through the Target magazine or the Amazon magazine and going, I want this and I want this. And it's like, that's fine. You can circle, hey, but now. But
do you know what I banned this year for our kids? Sorry, I don't even know if you know this. They say, I want. I say, you don't get to say I want. You get to say, I like that. Like, because it's just so, I'm sorry, but a little narcissistic. I want, I need, gross.
But just giving them the different perspective of, hey, I want you to look at this based on what you think your little sister would want.
Yes.
Or what you think.
We've done that before.
So even for me, like I have some ideas of what I want to do for Jenaye this year. And because I've been thinking about it, I haven't even been thinking about what I want, and when it's amazing when you just put the focus on somebody else or on something else, that mindset, can just naturally shift. And so just being intentional about what you're thinking about, delivering goodies to the neighbors, how can we just be givers?
Thinking of others and being generous towards others is always a reflection of Christ. You can't go wrong in that. So there's a couple things I wanted to talk about specifically in the Bismarck area because a lot of our listeners are from here, which I would encourage you to look up your area because there is more than likely avenues that you can do. We talked last year. We did an episode just like this last year. I think we covered different things. I covered the intentionality of our Advent calendar, and we actually have talked about not doing it this year because this year we have felt a conviction, more intentional to kind of strip back. I love gift giving. I would spend so much money on just buying gifts for people because it's so much fun.
We would literally drive home from Thanksgiving on Black Friday.
Yeah.
Before we get in the car, I'd be like, you either have to drive or we have to set a budget before we start driving for 3 hours.
I remember once we were driving home, it's like a 3-hour drive, and he's like, I'm so nervous today. You've been on your phone this whole time. What are you doing?
How much money have we spent?
I'm like, how much have I saved you, Josh? Just kidding. But I think that's just so crucial too, where you're communicating with your spouse. And I get there's some marriages where you operate very separate in that. But set intention even in that if it is just you. But ways to serve, like our Advent calendar, why we did it was to focus on serving. And there was a couple gifts throughout, but our kids definitely got more focused on the gifts. And so we're just going to pull it back this year and try to focus on one thing a week. We're memorizing certain scriptures together as a family. And I said, Josh, I just want to focus on that and the activities we have around that verse for the weeks throughout December. And then once a week, like just a more focus on serving. So for sure, if you have kids, if not, doesn't matter. But Heaven's Helpers locally in town. I have the links that are going to get put in the show notes. I have them in the notes for you, Robin. Heaven's Helpers every day.
Soup Cafe.
They need people signed up to serve. And kids can 1,000%. Like one of the jobs is like that you clear the table and you wipe it off. You like take the orders, which is like, what soup do you want? And
maybe don't even go on December 23rd when a lot of people go. Go on December 4th, or like on a random day when maybe other people aren't serving. There's also
literally every day. I would challenge you to go in March.
Yep.
With like people, and I know they've had days where they'll post Facebook and say, not one person has signed up to volunteer today, so we can't serve people today. And I would for sure challenge you if you're in Bismarck and you've not done it yet. I'm so grateful I have a friend that for her birthday was like, this is what I want for my birthday. I want to go serve here together. And I'm grateful for friends like that I'm like, I am convicted because I probably wouldn't have said that for my birthday.
Right.
But her son was there helping. It's his favorite thing to do. Her son came on Halloween to our house. We had a gathering. We did this little lesson on shining the light of Jesus. And they all had
like 9 or 10.
A glow stick. Yeah, he's like 10. And we said, like, what are ways you can shine your light for Christ? And when they shared it, they got to break their glow stick and stuff. And he said, when I serve at Heaven's Helpers. And I just thought that is the most beautiful thing for a 10-year-old to get really the heart of Jesus already. Yeah. So that's a really easy way. There's the Dream Center in town that we were just reading stats of it this week, especially we've just been really researching currently when we're recording this, there's still a lot of benefits pulled that are federally given for people with food insecurity. And so we've just been really researching what are really the options in our community. Because I was like, we need to start a food pantry. And Josh is like, okay. This is always where I'm like, we need to do something. And he's like, there are ongoing things that we can fully support and actually expedite their mission.
People doing it better than we'll do.
People doing it better than we would, that we can expedite either financially or or donate our time and donate things to. So there's also the Dream Center or the banquet here in town.
We're hosting a City Reach. I think it's on December 13th as well, where families can come and serve together and just put the focus on that for the holidays.
Yeah. So I think, focus on serving, and there's avenues. Your kids can definitely do it and should do it at younger ages. So, but some of that how we've done to serve is we go out to eat at a restaurant and we let a kid be led by Holy Spirit of what table do you want to pay for anonymously in the restaurant. And that's so much fun to get to do and your kids to participate in. And so, just reflect on the question, do you focus on others or yourself more around this time?
Just think about how powerful that is. Like anytime our table's gotten paid for, I always look around the restaurant and think, who do I know? And if the waitress literally said, they didn't know you, they just wanted to bless you.
That's right.
That's super cool.
Yep. Anything else? Any last thoughts?
No. I think that's it.
Great. Well, I hope it was helpful for
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah. I think this is coming out maybe the week of Thanksgiving. We're very close to it. So
it is. I think it's the Monday before.
I hope it's given some form of handlebars. I hope we've lit a fire under your tushy just like us to honor the Lord with our choices, which can look highly unlikely to the world, but are hopefully pleasing in his sight. So,
and in the words of my grandma, if you wait for the right time to do the right thing, you'll never do the right thing. So just start.
Yeah, that's so
just
true.
start somewhere.
Start somewhere.
Change
that's beautiful.
one thing.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, for listening. We're so grateful for all of you. So if you haven't yet, subscribe and rate the podcast. It really helps it. And we'll see you next episode.